Welcome back to SpadeCardMagic. Today I'm going to teach you how to do the Stuart Gordon double lift. So before we begin, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's get started. Alright, so if you don't know what this Stuart Gordon double lift is, it's just another variation of the double lift, and it looks like this, and it's very clean. So if you don't know how to do the regular double lift first, I recommend checking that out up here. Otherwise, just stay tuned for the tutorial. Before we actually get into that, we have to know how to hold the card. So I'll just be using one card here, and you want to hold it like this, with your thumb on the bottom, your middle and your index on the card, and your ring finger at the base of the card, or the top of the card. So you want to actually grip it at the very top of your inside of your ring finger, just like so. So it should be just like that, and your finger should be in the middle, just like so, in one straight line, just like that. And you can experiment with your middle finger up here, but it's a bit trickier and it's not as easy to control. So I highly recommend doing it like this with your middle finger here and your ring finger here. And again, your pinky does nothing. So now let's introduce another card and work on the actual flip movement. So here I have two cards, and we are holding it like this with our two fingers here and our other two fingers here. So what I want to do is with my thumb, I want to slowly kind of pivot my thumb and drag it down the center of the cards as we show it. So there's a lot going on there, but what I'm actually doing is my ring finger staying still, my middle finger staying still, and so is my index. It's just my thumb. So what I'm doing is kind of rolling the tip of my thumb forwards, which kind of pivots the cards along the top or the bottom of my thumb, just like so. And we want to do it from perpendicular to completely straight, just like so. And that'll help us out. And remember, this motion is just with the thumb. My other fingers are just moving with it, but my thumb is the only one doing the work, just like that. So I'm just curling my thumb in. These fingers are just following along. So as we do that curl, what we want to do from the curl is we want to move our thumb just like that, so it's completely flat on the card. So going back, we're from here, the start position, we curl, and then we want to flatten our thumb. And then from here, we start moving it down the center of the cards, just like so. So doing that all together in one motion, very slowly. We curl our thumb, and then we flatten it, and then we start moving it, like so. And then as we start moving our thumb down the deck, you can extend your index finger and start gripping it with your other fingers, just like so. See my other fingers like so? I start gripping it, and then that ensures I don't drop it. And now you want to do this motion as you kind of tilt your wrist forward, like you're turning it over. And it's very smooth. So what you want to then do is from here, just put it into one motion. And one thing that people kind of mess up on is when they're here, they kind of push too hard, and that push too hard kind of bows the cards and might pull the first card down with it, just like that. So one way to fix that is, first of all, don't push too hard, and second of all, you want to flatten your thumb. This will guarantee that you don't pull the card with you unless you're pushing too hard. So what you want to do then is then just flatten your thumb, drag it slowly, and show it. And then from here you can plop it back on the deck. Alright, so you might just have to rewatch that a few times to understand that. And now to actually get the double off the deck of cards, there are two methods. So the first method I don't really recommend, but it's a method. So what you can do is when you come over with your fingers to get ready to grab the two cards, you can just slowly kind of ripple up the deck with your thumb and feel for two cards. This might take a little practice, because then once you feel for two cards, you can then guarantee that there are two there, and then you can do the Stuart Gordon double, flip, and then put it back on the deck. That way is a little bit easier to guarantee you have two cards, but the next way is smoother. Alright, the next method requires you to do the pinky count. So the pinky count is very similar to this move, which is Ed Marlowe's pinky pull down. But instead, we're going to do it on the top of the deck. So what you want to do is you want to grip the deck hard with these two fingers, your thumb and your index, and maybe your middle. But you want to apply no pressure with your ring. And then what you want to do is then with your pinky, you want to simply do this down the deck, which that ripples the cards. And then you want to just practice for two cards. Casually do it while we speak and our hands move. So there we go, we got two, and then we can flip them over. So now one method to get this down is, well, of course, to use a newer deck. And you don't want to grip so tight with your middle finger. You want to grip mainly with those two fingers, because then you want to pull it down with your pinky and make sure you can ripple it just like that, like you're thumbing through a book. Okay, so after you get those two cards, you will get a pinky break just like so. And then after that, you come over with your hand in the ready position, and then you want to grip the cards and you want to do that turnover. This pinky count method will require a lot of practice because your pinky might not be strong enough at first. And if your deck is bent the wrong way, that can affect it too, because you want to just bend it inward and go with the natural bow of the deck. So if we bend it more inward, it makes it a lot easier to ripple through the deck. So then we can just get the two cards a lot easier, just like that. And then we can form a break, get the cards, flip it, and we're good. Alright, hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time on SpadeCardMagic.